What's up YouTube? Capital G here. Got a really cool replay I want you guys to check out, and this one is kind of frustrating. I watched it and at the end I didn't have any words. I was speechless because this is probably the stupidest loss I have ever seen in my entire life. Now I'm not going to spoil what happens, and I'm not even going to tell you guys what deck actually wins. Just watch the match and you'll eventually see at the conclusion what exactly I'm talking about. And I actually won't even have to pause this video that much because this duel is kind of grindy. It actually has a little back and forth between the two decks. We got Spirals at the top and Crystron at the bottom. Now this is a Spiral deck that is before Maximum Crisis. All those cards were announced after this duel, so don't expect to see any Spiral Sleep or any of the new cards in here. So Crystron are going first, and he opens up with Double Solemn. He's playing Pot of Acquisitiveness, I believe it's called. Yeah, Pot of Acquisitiveness. I've always thought that Supply Squad was a really good card in Crystron because you can blow up your own cards. Now he does get a really good Solemn on the 1-for-1. I don't understand why he didn't use Solemn Strike on the Super Agent, because it blew up the Solemn Strike, and I don't know, I feel like he should have just given up the life points. So this is kind of like one of the one-punch versions of of what's it called, of Spirals that makes Numeron Dragon, but it's not quite as OP as the it's not quite as OP as in the other video. So he's going to exceed for Amatrix, and that's going to put everything in defense mode. He does play the Interrupted Slumber, which I actually think played into Crystron's hands because it lets him draw a card, and I believe he got a card off the Acquisitiveness as well. And then he activates the effect, or he activated the effect of the Exceed, which gives both players a draw during your opponent's standby, which I don't know. I didn't really see a point of him doing that. So you can see right now that, Crystron seemed to have a pretty good field. He did attack Gameciel into Sticky String Kaiju Kumongus. I don't know why, but whatever. And he's back at it again with the Super Agent. And that Super Agent is like legitimately putting in work, but every time he tries to go to battle phase, he just can't get anything going because Amatrix keeps coming out and Amatrix keeps switching everything to defense mode. So now he has the biggest monster on board with the Powered Insector, but it doesn't matter because he ripped Regeki anyway. So you can see right here, let me just pause. You can see right here that this guy is pretty much in complete control. He has 5,000 damage on board. All his opponent has is a Brilliant Fusion, and he has the Pot of Acquisitiveness, although he doesn't quite have enough to get it rolling. And he top decks a Twin Twister, which could not be more dead, but doesn't matter because not only does he get a Kaiju, but then he gets the Super Agent. And once again, this dude, he keeps hitting it right on Super Agent. He goes for Big Red. Oh my God, it's crazy. It really looked like he was just going to get blown out, and now the comebacks are fucking real. This guy went from a Brilliant Fusion to, like, he has completely turned the tide of the duel, and now look at this guy's field, and he basically has nothing. This is actually pretty damn crazy, but he's able to once again just constantly synchro, but that synchro is not going to stay long on the field because he used the Castel, but then he used the Crystron Impact to actually negate the Castel. I believe he's going to synchro for one of the 9s at this point because he needs to make a big synchro play here. Maybe something like Trishula or Phoenixen or something like that. No, he goes for Glangonder, the one that I just can't pronounce. That card's name is too difficult, but it can't get over the what's it called, Star Destroying Kaiju. So unfortunately, he has a synchro, but it's not really big enough to do anything. Although if he gets another synchro, maybe that can help. Nope, apparently it can't actually help. But the good thing is he's able to stay in the game thanks to Supply Squad. I keep telling people Supply Squad's a good card. Now this was cool, right? He plays Magnet Reverse and his Crystron's. I have never seen this. I actually was testing this card in Gym Nights because it's pretty good. You can get Lady Brilliant Diamond back with it. But yeah, he actually plays this in Crystron's, and it can get any of your synchros back, which is really cool because now he's able to keep blowing his cards up. He's able to keep drawing cards, and now he should be able to do a monster synchro play. Now he does have 2 copies of Supply Squad. And when you're in a grindy duel like this, you do have to kind of watch your deck because, he does have like 11 cards. But you guys have seen right here, the momentum has swung in both players' favor, although he did lose his field to Regeki, so rip. He loses his field to Regeki, but it doesn't matter. He's able to get everything back. If only he would have had that My Body as a shield set before the Regeki was activated. He is going to go for Glongander again, and I think he should banish mostly everything that he has. Now at this point, again, we're going to just pause the duel and just look at the board and take a quick second to evaluate the game state. Christian have thoroughly outgrinded this guy. Even when he was able to come back, he couldn't push through. This game, he even has a super heavy samurai because somehow that is in this deck. This game should be over, guys. I mean, he could even summon Max C just for the disrespect, summon the Max C in attack mode and just easily win. But, you know, strange things happen. You see right there another Magnet Reverse bringing back Phoenixin. And it's looking like that he should be able to game him here, but no, not quite. Numeron Dragon comes out. Numeron Dragon keeps coming out. Numeron Dragon troll. And Numeron Dragon actually stopped him from being gamed, right? So here comes Spiral Super Agent out, right? And he's actually going to, oh my god, okay, so he, instead of letting the card get popped, he ends up using Forbidden Chalice on the Super Agent, right? So he actually ends up attacking the Christian monster, the 2 copies of Supply Squad trigger, and he loses because he decks out. What the what the fuck did you even just watch? I don't even, there are no words for that. I'm sure at the time he thought it was a pretty good idea to negate the Super Agent, but it was so inconsequential. What was Super Agent even going to do? That literally made no sense. I don't understand why he did that. And yeah, like he had Solemn Strike. He could have used Solemn. I mean, I don't know. So yeah, that's the way that the game ends. And the player who is using Christian, who, let's just count advantage right quick. 3, 7, 11 cards. So he's actually plus 10, and he ends up losing the duel because he forgot that he only had 1 card left in his deck. So hope you guys enjoyed that. That should have been an ending that I don't think anyone would have saw coming, because I don't think anyone was actively watching the amount of cards that he was drawing. He must have drawn at least 15 cards from this fucking Supply Squad. Like, he was just drawing cards for days, and you know, when you don't close your opponent out, guys, that's sometimes, you know, that's what happens. So if you guys enjoyed the duel, thank you guys for watching as always, and subscribe if you have not already.